Mrs. Welbourn. My name is Brittani King, and I am 23 years old. I currently reside in Loganville, Georgia, which is northeast of Atlanta. I am enrolled at Shorter College, and my degree is Business Administration and Sports Management. I would love to share with you what I'm interested in and things that motivate me and encourage me to be a better person. I want to share with you if I were to win $10 million, what I would do with it. Because to me, I'm a gift person, so that would mean something special, although I don't play the lottery, but it would allow me to give more freely if I had that much money. So I would love to share with you how I did that. And I would also love to share with you what I would like to do in the future, what my short-term and long-term goals might be. So starting off, I was born and raised here in Loganville. I've lived here all my life except for 4 years when I moved to Florida when my dad went to Bible college, which is a very interesting 4 years of my life, but nonetheless I learned a bunch and a great deal of information and knowledge and wisdom, not only in a physical manner but also spiritually. As I grew up in Florida, I had played softball my entire life, but up to this point, it became more of a passion for me. My coach was awesome. He instilled in me not only values and rules for softball, but stuff that I could apply to my life. That's one of my main interests now is softball and volleyball, which I played both in Florida up until I graduated here in Georgia. And as far as having that desire to play, I love it, but the older I get, the harder it is for me to actually play. So I want to go more the route of coaching or becoming an athletics director, so I can always have my hand in the sports field somewhere. Another area that I'm interested in is working with SBA through the church that I'll be attending when I move to Augusta, because I'll be getting married in November and moving there because my husband, or soon-to-be husband, will be working at a church there. And through that church, I can work with FBA, and I can have 5 schools under me to where I can minister with these girls on these volleyball and softball teams, not only through an athletic level, but also more on a spiritual level. So I'm really excited about that because that's my interest and that's my heart is loving on these teenage girls, but also connecting with them not only spiritually but through the realm of sports. The next thing that I want to speak with you about is my what I would do if I were to win $10 million in the lottery. However, I do not believe in the lottery because I feel that it is gambling and that is definitely not being good stewards of our money as far as what the Lord guides us and directs us to do. But if, hypothetically speaking, I were to play the lottery and I were to win the $10 million, I would love, number one, to tithe 10% of that money to the church that I'm attending. The next thing I would do with it would be to, as I mentioned earlier, because I'm a gift person, I would love to give it to some to my parents to help them with their financial issues that they've had in the past and that they're trying to work out of. I'd also give it to my sister and her family. She has a husband and 3 boys that I would love to help them out because she has a special needs child, and it's very difficult for them to get around and do things every now and then because of lack of money or just not accessible for him and the family. The last thing that I'd probably use it for would be for me in order to get me a reliable car because I have a car that sometimes is not so reliable. So I like to be able to get from point A to point B without breaking down. And I'm sure you would agree with that would be a good idea. The last thing that I would do with it is I have a heart for cancer patients. I took care of my uncle for 8 months. I quit school, quit my job, and not to get the praise for it, but because I knew that was what the Lord wanted me to do. And I took care of him. He was a divorced male. He had 3 teenage children, and he lived with my grandparents, and my grandmother was just really sick, and there was just no way that my grandfather could take care of him as well. So I took care of him, and unfortunately he passed away in December which was a blessing in disguise. And I know where he is, and I know I'll see him again one day. But he had lymphoma, and it started his colon. And I would love to donate money to some type of lymphoma charity to help with those who can't afford treatment or can't um, afford, transportation to treatment or the medicines they need or whatever they may need with dealing with this type of cancer. I'd love to be able to help with that. As far as the future plans I have for my life, I feel like that the Lord is directing me in a new direction. Once my uncle passed away, I met this great guy, and as I was traveling with Casting Crowns, a small little band that you may have heard of, that we met and we knew that we were the ones for each other. So we'll be getting married in November, and in those plans, we'll be moving to Augusta, where, as I mentioned previously, we will be um, working in a church, and I pray that the Lord will just guide me and direct me in the way that I need to go to be able to use this degree that I'm getting in this business administration through sports management. And I pray that the Lord will just allow me to work with the teenage girls because that's my heart, and to be able to flourish and minister in that area. Um, of course, I'm always have the fear of failure, not knowing a new place and going a new direction, but that is one thing that I know the Lord's going to help me get over because it's something that He's going to use for His glory. And so, although the fear of failure is one of the largest things that get me every day, I know that it will be a great outcome in wherever direction I may go. So, this is just a little bit about me. I could go on and on all day long and tell you more and more and how the Lord worked in my life and um, how I started from a baby as a miracle, from being 3 months early up until now, to where I'm still a miracle. So I pray that just this short clip, you see that I love the Lord and I want to do everything I can to minister through Him, and that I'm enjoying your class, and I pray that it continues to go great. And thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.